Good morning, good morning, good morning. Beautiful, beautiful souls. So we've been going through so much recently, emotions all over the place, full of fear and uncertainty. We really don't know what we're doing, we don't know where we're going. So, and I've been feeling it too, my emotions have been all over the place as well. So I'm going to share a little routine with you this morning just to raise our energy levels and lower our stress levels, because yoga is an amazing tool. And when I went through my emotional breakdown over Christmas, yoga was one of the things that really, really got me through it. Because it works on all levels. Yoga isn't just about stretching. Yoga isn't just about what you look like. Yoga isn't about whether you can touch your toes. For me, it works on all levels. It works on our emotional level, it works on our physical level, it works on our energetic level, it works on our spiritual level. It's more about connecting to our sense of self, to our essence, and giving ourselves some nurturing. And I just love it when my students come to me and they say, oh, I came into class feeling so stressed or so anxious, and they leave feeling so much better. That's what makes my heart all warm and fuzzy. And that's why I share, because I want other people to feel good in and about themselves as well. So it's not about whether you can balance on one leg or how flexible you are. That doesn't matter. So just make sure your feet are flat on the floor. And just take a moment to check in. So just close your eyes and just check in with yourself. And just notice how you're feeling emotionally. And if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling depressed, just notice that without judgment, without criticism. And also try saying, instead of saying I am stressed or I am depressed or I am tired, try saying a part of me is stressed, a part of me is anxious, a part of me is tired. And just notice if you feel any different saying that. If saying a part of me is this, if that makes you just feel less anxious because you're not tying it in with your identity. And then notice how you feel energetically. I mean, today I'm feeling quite tired, quite drained, and I can get quite annoyed and angry about that and quite stressed about that, but that just makes me feel more tired. When we make ourselves feel wrong for feeling a certain way, it just lowers our vibration even more. So however you're feeling, just accept that, just acknowledge that that's how you're feeling right now, and it's not forever. And then notice how you're feeling spiritually, whatever that may mean for you. And whatever comes up for you is perfect. There's no right or wrong answer. It's not about being right or wrong. It's just about connecting with yourself. So we're not all in our head. We're not all like, I can't cope. We just kind of get back to a real sense of ourselves, our essence. And just taking a big breath in and letting it go. Opening your eyes and take a couple more deep breaths in. As you breathe in, feel your chest expand, your belly expand. As you breathe out through your mouth, feel your shoulders start to relax. Sometimes we don't realise we're tense until we let it go. We don't realise we breathe out and get really, really tense. And when we get tense and we tense our body, that can affect our energy level as well. So breathe in, imagine breathing right to the tips of your fingers and toes. As you breathe out, just imagine letting go of any tension, any stress. Imagine breathing it out. If that tension, if that stress, if that tiredness had a colour, imagine what colour it would be. And imagine breathing that out of your mouth as if you're just letting it go. So if you're feeling guilty for feeling tired, if you're feeling frustrated for feeling tired, or however you're feeling, imagine letting that go on the out breath. And notice how even with just a couple more deep breaths, you may feel a little bit more energized, a bit more awake. Just take one more nice deep breath. And let it go. Just make sure you're not sitting too close to the back of the chair. We're going to bring the shoulders up, forward, down and back. So circling the shoulders forward. We hold a lot of tension in our shoulders, and also a lot of meridians that are associated with our emotional well-being run through our shoulders and our back of our neck. So when we hold tension in our shoulders, when we're tense in our shoulders, we're blocking our energy flow. And just see if you can do one at a time. One at a time, just rolling those shoulders. Letting the rest of the body be relaxed. And go around the other way. Roll the shoulders. Just breathing deeply as you do that. And notice after a few repetitions that it might start to feel a little bit easier. And relaxing the arms. We're going to work on activating our thyroid, which is influential in our energy levels. So what you're going to do is inhale, shrug the shoulders up, and exhale, let them drop. So you're going to squeeze up and then just let them drop. You can breathe out through the mouth or the nose. So this is taken from Kundalini Yoga. So we're actually, as well as releasing tension from the shoulders, we're actually activating our throat chakra and stimulating our thyroid and our lymphatic system. And you might actually start to feel like there's more tension. You might be thinking, well, this is making my arms feel even worse. But just stick with it. Keep up and you'll be kept up. Trust that the energy you'll get in return will be worth it. Just a few more seconds. Give me one more. And just close your eyes for a moment. You might feel a nice warmth, a nice flood of energy across the back of your neck, back of your shoulders. Another exercise to activate our thyroid, which is associated with our mood, our sleep, our energy levels. You're going to interlink your hands. You're going to bring your hands above your head, palms facing forward. As you breathe in, you're going to pull the arms back and you're going to stick the chin forward. As you breathe out, you're going to pull the chin back in and press the hands forward slightly. So you breathe in, breathe out. It looks like this from the side. And if you can, go at a good pace. Breathing is in and out through the nose. Stimulates our thyroid gland, which is to do with mood, youth and beauty, and also helps to readjust our neck. So if you've got any neck issues, it can help readjust that. Again, quite often we can start to feel more tired before we come up again. It's like we take a dip before we come back up again. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and slowly release the arms. And again, you might feel a nice glow, a nice rush of energy through your neck, through your shoulders. Fantastic. Then with your left hand, your right hand, bring your thumb and your ring and little finger. So you've got your peace fingers extended. This is known as prana mudra. So it helps boost the energy in our body. And with your left hand, you're going to block your left nostril. So we're just breathing in and out through the right nostril, which is associated with the sun energy. Also stimulates the left hemisphere of our brain and helps to boost our energy. So just breathe in as deeply as you can. See if you can hold the breath for at least 5 counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then breathe all the way out. And see if you can hold the breath out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just breathing in and out through the right side. Breathe in as deeply as you can. Feel your rib cage expand. Hold the breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then breathe all the way out. And hold the breath out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, continue doing that just for a few more moments. So we breathe in through our right side, we stimulate our energy. So we give ourselves more energy. And by holding the breath, we're kind of holding that energy in our bodies. Imagine that oxygen is energy that's going to all the cells, down to your fingers, down to your toes. Imagine holding it in there so it can have more of an effect. Then breathing all the way out. And hold the breath out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me one more. Breathe in even more deeply. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe all the way out. Hold the breath out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then release. Now we're going to start to open up into our hips because we hold a lot of tension, a lot of emotional tension in our hips. So you're going to bring your right leg up if you can. Bring it to the inside of your foot. You may need to adjust on your chair. That's absolutely fine. If you're really flexible, you might want to bring it onto your thigh instead. I'm not that flexible in my hips, so I bring it to the inside. Then just holding onto your shins, try and sit up nice and tall, and think of gently pressing that knee out to the side, but just make sure you're not coming off your sit bones. You want to stay glued with both sit bones. Inhale, draw your belly button in so your spine stays nice and tall. As you breathe out, think of hinging from your hips. So instead of collapsing from your ribs, think of hinging from your hips. Inhaling as you come back up. So exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, come back up. And you might find each time you can go a little bit further and you'll feel that stretch, that release. You might want to press that knee out. So again, whatever feels right for you. It's not about achieving the perfect pose. It's not about how far you can go. It's about what feels good, what feels right for you. Your body, your rules. And we're all different. Remember, we're all different. What feels good for one may not feel good for someone else. Again, you may find you come a little bit further forward each time. But try and make sure you're plugging in through your sit bones so you're not coming off your sit bones. And have your hands wherever feels right for you. Okay, it doesn't matter if your variation doesn't look the same as mine. And this time, see if you can come forward. If you can, if you want to, you can reach your hands down towards the floor. If that doesn't feel good, then rest your hands on your thighs or just stay here and just gently press that knee out. As I said, everybody is different. We want to release that emotional tension from our hips. Open up the body. And breathe deeply. Imagine breathing from your tailbone right up to the crown of your head. And breathe all the way out. As you breathe out till you feel your tummy muscles tighten. Remember, oxygen is our body's fuel. And if we don't breathe properly, we're not getting as much oxygen in, so we're not getting as much energy to the rest of our body. And gently bring yourself back up. Bring that knee in, just hug it in for a moment. Just take a breath here, sit up as tall as you can. There, relax that leg. Just bounce your legs a little bit. Get the acupressure points in your feet as well. Just bounce those legs, loosen up tension in the muscles. Then bring the other leg in. And you'll notice that one side feels stiffer than the other. Again, if you're really flexible, you can bring your foot onto your thigh. So you can see, I'm not that flexible in my hips. And that's because I have deep hip sockets. And so this one side maybe will feel different to the other. So have your hands wherever feels good for you. And again, just hinging forward and back. Exhale as you come forward. Inhale as you come up. Keep that tummy pulled in, spine nice and tall. So it's not about how far you go. It's about what feels right in your body. And if you're feeling tight and tense, then obviously you won't be able to get so far, and that's absolutely fine. Just try and make sure you're not collapsing from your ribs. You're literally lengthening with a nice long spine, and it should feel really good. It might feel good when you come out of it. You might be thinking, oh bloody hell, this is really hurting, but it will feel good when you come out. Again, breathe deeply. And this time, again, you can either stay here, you can reach down towards the floor as long as you're not going to fall off your chair. Relax the back of the neck, relax the face, or you can rest your hands on your legs. Again, whatever works for you. Just try and make sure your sit bones are staying plugged in and you're stretching out your hips. You can use that hand if you want to press the knee out. And if you spend a lot of time on a desk, sat at a desk, these exercises are great for you. For anyone, but especially if you're sat for long periods of time. And gently bring yourself back up. Again, just hug that knee in a little bit. Just take a breath here. There, relax the legs down again. Just bounce them up and down a little bit. Shake them out, shake up the muscles. You can literally shake off the tension. Then we're going to come into warrior pose. So you are going to take your right knee out to the side and you're going to jiggle around and you're going to stretch your left leg out to the other side. I want you to try and straighten your left leg as much as you can and try and press this right knee out. If your feet don't quite touch the floor, don't worry. If you can have them on the floor, that's better, but don't worry if they don't touch the floor. Now imagine squeezing your butt to open up around your hips and groin. Now I want you to imagine your pelvis opening slightly. We've got quite a lot of mobility in our pelvis. So just imagine opening the front of your pelvis, draw your shoulders towards me, and reach the arms out. Stretching, imagine you've got Inspector Gadget arms and you can reach in opposite directions, but just check you're not tensing your shoulders around your ears. I want you to imagine trying to bring the big toe of your right foot towards your inner heel, just to lift your arch slightly. You can imagine you've got a little fairy or ladybird underneath your foot and you don't want to squash it. Looking towards your front hand, stretching in both directions. If you're shrugging your shoulders, try turning your hands palms up, bend your elbows slightly and slide your shoulder blades around the back of your rib cage. And then you can try lengthening the arms out again. Try and firm up this back leg as much as possible. Take another breath in. As you breathe out, see if you can bring your elbow onto your thigh and stretch that other arm up to the sky. Draw your shoulder blades in towards your spine. See, people think yoga on a chair is like, oh, what can you do on a chair? It must be really boring. No, think of doing it with a chair rather than on a chair. So as you stretch up, soften your shoulders and feel a stretch down this left side of the body. You can look up if you want to, or you can just look forward. Make sure you're not resting on this leg. Think of using your tummy muscles and keep pressing into that back leg, opening up those hips. Then imagine using your tummy muscles. You're going to inhale, bring yourself up. Exhale, relax the arms and bring those legs in. Oh, feel that in your hips. Feel that energy release in your hips and your legs. And yes, the good news is you'll do the other side. So turn your left knee out 90 degrees. Stretch your right leg away and jiggle yourself around a little bit. Don't worry too much if you can't completely straighten this back leg. Just do the best you can. Think of pressing this knee out. And imagine tucking your tailbone under. Again, imagine stretching, opening up around your hips and pelvis. Draw your shoulders in line with your hips. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Reach your arms out as if you're trying to stretch in both directions. Look towards the middle of your front hand. Breathe deeply. Again, imagine you've got a little ladybird or fairy underneath your front foot, so you don't want to let that knee roll in. You really want to be activating your legs. So even though you're on a chair, you should still feel those legs working. Remember, a chair is just a prop. That's all it is. Just because you're on a chair doesn't mean you're not getting a good stretch. And if you're tensing your shoulders, turn your hands palms up, bend your elbows, feel your shoulder blades soften. Then you can either stay here or you can lengthen out again. Take another breath in As you breathe out, gently rest. Bring that other arm up. Feel that stretch in your side waist. Stretching up, but draw your shoulder blades down and in towards the back of your ribs. Again, just check you're not resting. You want to be using your tummy muscles here. And you can look up or you can look forward. Again, just check you're not hunching that top shoulder. Try and press into that back foot a little bit more. And engage your abs. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, relax the arms. Bring your legs in. Oh, you should really be able to feel your legs working there. Now coming back to sitting, we'll do another energy boosting exercise. Interlink your hands. Have your hands at about heart level. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale, bring your hands up an inch. Exhale, press down as if you're pumping. You're going to breathe in, out through the nose. You breathe in and out. As you breathe out, pull your tummy in so you really feel your tummy muscles contract. But we're going to go at a good pace. So it looks like this. Imagine you're recharging your batteries. And if your arms start to ache, ignore the chatter in your mind. Allow your breath to be stronger. I know it may seem counterintuitive if you're feeling tired to do exercises that seem quite tiring, but the energy you get back is worth it. So the breath is light, like sniffing. We're nearly there. Then breathe in, stretch the arms out, hold the breath in. And gently release down. Take your legs out nice and wide in a kind of squat goddess position. I know it's not very ladylike for a woman sat in a chair going there, but squeeze your back, press those knees out. You can imagine pulling your big toe ball joints towards your inner heels. Relax those shoulders. We're just going to inhale, bring the hands up towards your heart, and exhale, press them out in front. Then inhale, reach to the corners, and exhale, lower the arms down. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Let one breath flow into the next. But keep pressing those knees out, squeezing your butt. So it's a kind of Tai Chi move. And Tai Chi is all about getting the energy flowing in the body. Just a couple more. So it's like a moving meditation. Our bodies love to move. And a lot of the time when we spend a lot of time sat in one position, that we can become tired even though we're not physically doing anything. It's because our energy just isn't moving. So to have more energy, we need to move more. Oh, one more. Exhale down. Inhale to your heart. Exhale, push away. Inhale, reach. And exhale, lower the arms down. Now bring your feet back in. And we're going to go back to our breath of fire, which we did a minute ago, breathing in and out through the nose. Now this breathing exercise, it re-oxygenates the body, so it gives you more energy. Also helps to remove any deposits in your lungs, so it can help you breathe more easily. It helps to balance your nervous system, your hormonal system, and can also influence your digestive system. So as you breathe out, you're going to feel your tummy muscles pumping in. So it's like you're trying to blow your nose. But we're going to do it just through our left nostril. So we're going to block our right nostril, and with our left hand, we're going to bring our thumb together with our little finger and our ring finger. So we've got our peace fingers up, and we're going to bring our hand beside us like we're taking a vow, like we're getting ready to join the guides. So you're going to block your right nostril, And you're going to breathe in and out rapidly through your left nostril. So take a full breath in and a full breath out. And imagine breathing halfway in and begin. This is also great for the immune system, boosting your immune system. A few more seconds, you can do it. And take a deep breath in. Hold that breath. Imagine all that breathing, all that energy, all that oxygen moving around your body, filling every cell, revitalizing every cell in your body. See if you can hold it a little bit longer. And let it go. And release. And just noticing how you feel now compared to when you started. So if your energy was really low to start with, just noticing if you maybe feel a little bit better now. Even if you're not quite as woo as you want to be, you may be feeling a little bit more energetic than you were. And checking in, noticing how you're feeling emotionally as well. And this is one of the reasons I always encourage people to check in at the beginning. Because sometimes we may feel like there's no difference, but actually we were really tired, we were really stressed at the beginning, and now we may feel not quite so stressed. So it's always good to check in at the beginning and at the end. So just noticing how you're feeling physically, how you're feeling emotionally, how you're feeling energetically, but with no judgment, no criticism, and no wishing anything were different. Just simply accepting, this is how I feel right now. It might not be as good as I want to feel, but it's how I feel right now, and that's okay. And just place your left hand and your right hand over your heart center. And just thank yourself for taking this time out for yourself, to nurture and nourish yourself. And I want to thank you for you spending that time with me, because I absolutely love what I do. I love sharing what I share. So thank yourself, and I thank you. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day, because you are amazing. Fantastic. I'm glad.